The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar might look like just another piece of change at first glance, but what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin could actually be worth a staggering amount of money? Yes, some 1972 Kennedy half-dollars, depending on condition, mint errors, and rarity, have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. This is why coin collectors and treasure hunters everywhere keep their eyes open for this iconic half-dollar, because inside its copper-nickel shine hides the potential for big money. Most people know the Kennedy half-dollar was created in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. The coin became one of the most popular designs in U.S. history. By the year 1972, the coin was still going strong, but here's the kicker. While the regular versions of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar were made in huge numbers and carry no silver, certain rare ones are highly sought after by collectors and can bring serious cash. Imagine finding one of these in a drawer, in change, or in a family collection. It could be a hidden jackpot. Now let's talk about why the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is so valuable in the collector world. The truth is, not every coin is worth big money, but rare varieties and pristine conditions can change everything. For example, some 1972 half-dollars with high mint state grades, especially MS-66 and above, can sell for hundreds of dollars. And when we're talking about coins that are certified at the very top levels, the value shoots into the thousands. There have been sales where a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, which originally had a face value of just 50 cents, sold for over $1,000 simply because of its exceptional condition. That's the kind of big money collectors dream of. But it doesn't stop there. The real excitement for the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar comes from its error coins. Error coins are like winning the lottery in the coin world, and the 1972 issue has some fascinating ones. Doubled die obverse errors, where the lettering and design elements appear doubled, are among the most valuable. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a payday. Depending on the strength of the doubling and the grade of the coin, such pieces can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and missing details are also errors that can skyrocket the value of this coin. For collectors, every mistake adds dollars, and the rarer the mistake, the higher the price climbs. Another reason why the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar can bring big money is its proof versions. Proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S mint mark are far more carefully made than regular circulation strikes. They were never meant to be spent, but were instead sold to collectors. Some of these proof coins, especially with deep cameo contrast, can bring in $50, $100, or more depending on condition. And just like with the regular strikes, if a proof coin shows an unusual error, the value can explode into the thousands. Imagine pulling out an old proof set, not realizing the coin inside is a rare treasure worth way more than you ever expected. Collectors also pay big money for coins depending on where they were minted. In 1972, Kennedy half-dollars were struck in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each mint can play a role in value. Coins in higher grades from the Philadelphia and Denver mints can fetch significant amounts, while the San Francisco mint's proof coins often command premium prices. For collectors trying to complete sets, they're willing to pay top dollar for the best examples from each mint. Now, let's imagine you're going through your change jar and you stumble upon a shiny 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. At first, you think it's just a normal coin. But then, upon closer inspection, you notice something unusual. The lettering looks doubled. Suddenly, you're not holding just 50 cents. You could be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands. That's the thrill that makes coin collecting so addictive. It's not just about history. It's about the possibility that your ordinary coin could turn into a big money windfall. Condition is the golden rule of value. A 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that has been in circulation, banged up, and scratched is usually just worth face value. But an uncirculated coin kept safe for decades, untouched and shining like new, can bring real money. Certified coins in mint state 65 and higher start attracting strong premiums. At mint state 66 or 67, you're looking at serious collector money, hundreds of dollars. And for the rarest top-graded examples, the sky is the limit. Auction houses have seen 1972 Kennedy half-dollars sell for astonishing amounts, far beyond what anyone would expect from a half-dollar. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is proof that not all valuable coins need to be made of silver or gold. Even though the coin is copper-nickel clad, it still commands big worth in the right circumstances. That's why collectors are constantly hunting for this year. Every double die, every proof coin with deep cameo contrast, every gem-quality mint state example adds value and demand. And because the Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most beloved U.S. coins, collectors are willing to pay big money to add the best examples to their collections. So, if you have a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, don't spend it. Instead, study it closely. Check the mint mark, look for doubling, and pay attention to the condition. If it looks uncirculated, get it graded. You might be shocked by how much it's worth. If you find an error, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars.